Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our beginner's guide and tips and tricks. Want to show you a little something. So we are on day 7 now, and this one's going to bleed into day 8, and I'll show you why in a second. You can see all of our stuff here on the rock is gone, and that's because we went ahead and built a little base. Now it's nothing special, and we're just going to cover it real quick because I didn't want to sit here and do an actual video of this is how you build a base. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. So we'll show you what you need to do. The first thing is you want to make sure you take a weed stem and or a grass plank and take it over to a field station and analyze it. That's going to unlock a lot of stuff for you. We'll go to it right here. It's going to unlock the grass walls and then stem walls, and then down here your doors and your scaffolds and stuff like that. Now to unlock the roofs and the floors and everything, you have to go over to Burgle and purchase the multi-story base recipe. Excuse me, for 1000 raw science, and that way you can get your floors. You can build up something right here. So again, nothing fancy. This is just our base so we're not left out in the open when and if the wolf spider does start walk around here. And we took a little half floor right here, just put it up a little bit to keep our food farther away from ants. You can hear them out here. Decided just to build over here because the ants can't really get to the food. Nobody can go on this leaf right here, so it's pretty safe. The only thing, they may come up to the door from the stairs, but that's why we have a door. So we close that door and won't really have any issues. So basic, just grass floors, grass walls. We got some windowed grass walls and then a clover roof. Something just to keep our stuff from being out in the open. So that's pretty much it. All we're going to cover on bases. If you guys want a more detailed video on how to build bases and like little tips and tricks on stuff like that, let me know in the comments below and we can try to do that for you. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. It is already almost evening on day 7 right now. We did unlock or craft our insect hammer, which is going to allow us to get some milk molars now. So we're going to bounce around the map a little bit and try to find you guys some of these milk molars. But one of the other things we need to do is craft our insect axe. So we see right here we need silk rope. I believe we have the ladybug head. Let's go check our resources real quick just so we can verify what we actually need. I believe we still have a ladybug head. So we'll just go ahead and check it right here. So we have 1 ladybug head, 2 bombardier parts. So we need to go kill 1 more bombardier beetle, and then we need to find this silk rope. So this is where the orb weavers are going to come into play. The orb weavers are the spiders that are going to produce silk rope. And there are some directly north over here. North of the mysterious machine against this wall over here. Be a little careful because once you start fighting 1 orb weaver, odds are more are going to jump in. So again, when we're talking this early in the game, you kind of want to pick your battles. You can see some web over here. But to get silk rope, we're going to need something else as well. And I think we might have it right here. So we're going to need a spinning wheel so we can put the web that we get and put it on the spinning wheel, and then it's going to turn it into that silk rope. So we're going to need one of these as well. So we need our insect hammer, or insect axe rather. And to get these, you just need a chopping tool. Your weapons will work, or you can use your axe. So that's going to give us the web fiber here. You can hear and see there is an orb weaver right over there. So if we can get him by himself, we should be able to take him down. Now they're always going to stop here and shoot their web at you. Either avoid it or you can block it. See, this is what I talked about. Now there's another one coming over here. So we're going to move away a little bit. And now we've got 2. So we got caught in the web here. Don't panic. Just go ahead and cut it out. Try to block as much as you can. I'm going to switch back to the ant club and just smash this guy down. So you get the stun off right there. Again, don't panic. You'll be able to take him out. Focus on the one that you're attacking. With that one. Avoid their web. And you'll see when they when you stun or block one of them, both of them will get that knockback from your parry. We got another stun on this guy. We take him out. Alright. Now we're down to 1. Again, practice your perfect blocking. You'll recognize their pattern. So they'll either do one attack like that, or they'll do a combo attack, which is 3. This, then they'll lunge forward. Just like I said with the stink bugs and the bombardier beetles and the soldier ants, it's all about just recognizing their attack patterns and then trying to get that perfect block as you can. So you see we did increase some of our mutations here. So Parry Master is now level 2. We unlocked Barbarian, which is going to allow you to do more damage with clubs, but it's going to put you in a blind rage, so that way you can't block, I believe. But Parry Master Part 2 or Phase 2, so now we're going to be able to do better on our parry or our perfect blocking. And now we just want to go around and collect all this web fiber. So they'll shoot some out. There are ways you can set up and kind of farm it. If you set up on a high point and just let them shoot the web at you, which will do a little damage, but you shouldn't die from it. But so we're going to collect a bunch of this. Of course, we have to worry about stamina this early on. I'll show you one other mutation we did unlock when we were building our base, and that's right here, Grassmaster. So the more grass you cut down, grass and stems, you're going to unlock Grassmaster, which is going to increase your grass harvest speed, but it's also going to energize you, meaning while you're cutting down grass or weed stems, your stamina will actually regen a lot faster. So definitely helpful. And I forgot to mention one other thing that we were using for our base building is another set of armor. So let me chop this real quick, get somewhere relatively safe, and show you what armor is going to be super advantageous when you're building a base. So the red ant armor here, so you can see plus hauling strength, light armor. It's definitely not armor you want to wear when you're out in combat, but it's going to increase your hauling capacity. So each piece that you put on, you can carry up to 5 weed stems or grass planks at one time. When you put this on, it's going to increase your hauling strength to 8, meaning that way when you craft the whole set of ant armor, you're going to be able to carry 8 grass planks or 8 weed stems. You can hear that raw science up there, but we're not going to worry about it. Because we're trying to get as much web fiber right now as we can. So I'm going to go ahead and collect this web fiber, and then I'll skip ahead and we'll get to our first Milk Molar location. Alright, so we're back at our base, and we went ahead and had to go get some resources just so we can make these spinning wheels. So we've got our web fiber, we've got some spider chunks, so we had to go get some clay too. Now clay is just going to look like little red rocks, and they're found near water. There's a couple areas over here. It is nighttime right now, and the wolf spider is out and about, so we need to be careful, but we're going to head over to the field station and try to get these analyzed. And that's going to obviously unlock more recipes for us. One of them being the silk rope, which we'll get on the spinning wheel. So it's usually about day 6, day 7 when the wolf spider starts coming out and exploring. So just be very wary of that. That's why I wanted to go ahead and get our base done. So now we've unlocked spider armor too, which is probably the best early game armor. But to craft that, we're going to need to take down some wolf spiders, but we'll get into that in a later video. So now we've got our silk rope, which we need for our insect axe, and we're going to have to go take out some bombardier beetles while we're on our adventure to get some milk molars. So now we've got this. We're going to throw our web fiber on here. See, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So we throw 5 of those on here. And those are going to go ahead and get going while we are out. We're going to throw this stuff in our storage. And actually, I think we're going to go ahead and go to sleep right now, because nighttime is getting really dangerous right now, especially with the wolf spiders starting to come out. So we're going to go ahead and crash for the night. And also what that's going to do is have our silk rope finished right now. So now that we have unlocked silk rope, let's go ahead and go analyze that for the raw science and for the points. So again, early on, you really just want to analyze everything. So So we head back over to our field station, analyze our silk rope. So now that's going to unlock the insect bow, which is definitely better, and then more importantly, the dew collector for us here. And the spider fang dagger, but again, we're going to need some wolf spiders with that. We've also unlocked our pond equipment that we're going to need. So unlocking a lot of stuff now, making a lot of progress. So a lot of these better weapons, the tier 2, as we get into it, the insect bows, spider fang dagger, spider armor, and stuff like that, is going to require us to take down some more difficult enemies. But one of the things, like I said, that we just unlocked was super important. This dew collector here. So we can probably go ahead and make one of those. We'll go collect some weed stems. And then I didn't show you guys what kind of weed stems we need. So let's go ahead and get our 5 crude rope and 8 quartzite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got some quartzite. And then we should just need our 6 weed stems. So since we have access to our roof here, we're going to go ahead and move our trail marker here, put that guy here, and we're just going to build this guy right up on top of our base here. Since we don't have room inside of our base, we're going to go ahead and throw it up here. So there's 2 different types of weeds that you guys can see over here. Now, you'll see this one right here with the tier 1 axe, the pebblet axe. We can chop these down. Now you'll see some husky weeds around the area too, and those are the brown ones with like the green leaves on them. Those are going to be tier 2 weeds basically, and you need the tier 2 axe, which is the insect axe. And we're going to need some water and food. Let's go ahead and drink some of our water in here. Bad. We've got a weevil roast right here. All right, back in business. So these ones can be cut down with the pebblet axe relatively easily. And you should get anywhere from 4 to 6. We got 4, there's 5, and then 6 is right there. So we're going to go ahead and throw this up here. Now that we're going to have this dew collector, this is going to constantly produce water for us. So anytime we're at our base, we can fill up our canteens. This thing's just going to completely help you out by continually producing water. So we've got that going. That's a super good bonus right there. Let's go ahead and throw our silk rope back in our chest, and we're going to go get going here. All right, so now we've got that. All right, so we need to go find some bombardier beetles, but first things first, we're going to head over to the oak lab and show you guys our first couple milk molars. So I'll meet you over there. All right, so we're over here by the oak tree, and just want to double check, make sure these wolf spiders are inside. It looks like one is awake and one is still sleeping, but we're gonna go jump down over here by the whelp soda can. We're gonna go ahead and get our insect hammer out, and this could very well be the first or second. This is one of the earlier milk molars you'll be able to get. So this is a regular milk molar. 4 hits, busted open, and now we have a milk molar. So now we're gonna go ahead inside and talk to Burgle. But before we do that, I want to double check. There's another milk molar that's hidden behind a wolf spider over here. And if the wolf spider is not there, then it makes it much easier to get, because obviously we don't have to fight him. So just on the east side of the oak lab here, we can see that there's a milk molar right in there, but there's a wolf spider here. Now you can sneak by him, get it, and get out. But I'm not going to do that because odds are I'll mess something up and we'll get killed. So just double check that area as you're running around here. Maybe turning in quests or getting new quests or doing whatever. And if the wolf spider's not there, run in there and grab that one real quick. Super easy. So we've got one. Now we're going to head back in here. And I showed you guys in a previous video when we were down over in this area in the lab. There was something over here. Now, as you can see, this is a mega milk molar. So there are differences, and once we go talk to Burgle, we'll go ahead and show you what they are. So now we've got one milk molar and one mega milk molar. And before we talk to Burgle, though, we're going to go down over here again where we're getting our quartzite. And there's another location of a milk molar right down here. We're going to jump down here in the water, head to the right. And this is a really good area to get quartzite. I think I've talked about that before, but we keep coming down this way. There's one right here. So bust this one open. And now we've got that one. And then just head around this way to get back up into the lab where Burgle is. We don't need to go down in the old anthill yet. So we'll hop back up here, talk to Burgle, and learn about some milk molars. So you're going to go to pump me up some milk molars. So this is your molar infusion interface, or molar infusion interface rather. You can see we have 2 milk molars and 1 mega milk molar. So the milk molars are only going to affect your stats. The mega milk molars are going to affect anybody in your group. So if you're playing multiplayer and you use these, it's going to directly affect them as well. So we've got 1 right here, and they're all going to start at 1, and same thing over here except for mutations. Now, you can pick where you want to put these. The first thing I would focus on is your max active mutations. You start out with 2. You can increase your max active mutations up to 5 mutations at a time, which is super helpful as you progress through the game. And then stamina is obviously one of your bigger issues when dealing with the game, so you want to make sure you have stamina for fighting and for running around through the backyard. Thirst and hunger aren't too bad. There's a lot of food around the yard. There's a lot of water, a lot of juice and soda. So I tend to not put these in here, but I usually focus on max active mutations first, and then stamina, and then health. And then over here, this is all going to be personal preference right here. Consumables are going to be your food, and it's also going to be like algae, mushrooms, and stuff like that. But it's also going to pertain to jerky. Resource stack size is going to be your plant fibers, everything that you collect. Insect parts and stuff like that. So this is actually really useful. So we're going to go ahead and throw one in here. So now that it increases our resource stack size to 13. And then over here, we don't have 3 yet, but we're going to get you there. So we're going to go ahead and show you a few more locations to get some milk molars, and then we'll come back and talk to Burgle. So we'll be right back to the next location. Alright, so we're back right over here. We are just a little bit east of the Oak Lab and the Whelp flavor drink. So you can see we're right over here. There's a lot of orb weavers over in this location. You can see right here, there's your raspberry puncho, I believe. There's the soda can. There's the rose bushes. So there's a lot of orb weavers over here, but you can see that white thing right over there, right? That's going to be another milk molar. So we're going to head over here, hug the side over here, and hopefully that orb weaver stays in his lane. Because if we end up fighting him, you're probably going to have about 3 or more come out. So hopefully he walks the other way. Alright, so he's finally walking away. We're going to run in here and bust this one open real quick. Now we got that one. Now from here, we're going to swim across the pond and go get one over in the corner over here. So go ahead and swim across here. Don't stop to try to fight anything. The diving bell spiders might come at you, but just keep swimming and you guys will be fine. We're trying to go up in this corner of the pond against the wall over here, so I'll meet you guys over there. Alright, so before we head up there, you see the pagoda right here. There's some raw science and a field station up here, so you're going to want to come over here to the back side of the pagoda. Don't worry about the diving bell spiders. We're going to go ahead and walk up this twig right here. We're going to go ahead and unlock this field station over here and get some raw science in the process. Some more web fiber. So we discovered the field station. So go ahead and make sure you hit the resource analyzer just to make sure it activates for you. And we're going to go ahead and jump up here. Get 100 spot of raw science there. Collect some more web fiber for more silk rope in the future, because you always need more. And there's going to be some more raw science right over here. Another 100 spot. So jump out and get that. Alright, so now we're going to head back up across through here. We're going to make our way up across these rocks over here, and you can see right there, there's a mega milk molar sitting in the corner over there. So that's our goal right now. You may have to swim down a little bit, down the stones to find a way up, so we'll meet you guys over there. Alright, so right over here, we found this little nook in the rocks right here, and you can climb up. So go ahead and climb up here, and we'll head over here, bust open this milk molar, and I think we have maybe 1 or 2 that we can get relatively easily without coming across any battles with the insects here. And you do see these crow feathers all over the place. That's going to be something that's going to be super useful in the future, but we need that insect axe first. So we're going to bust a few more of these open, go kill some bombardier beetles, and then get that insect axe, and I think we're going to wrap this one up. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and follow this the wall over here, and just hug the wall, and you'll see there's another milk molar right over here. Be careful, there are mosquitoes down this way, and we don't want to fight them yet. So if you stay close enough to the wall, you shouldn't have to worry about getting into combat with them. So we'll meet you over at the next one. Oh, and here, because it's approaching nighttime, it's about 7 o'clock, we do have some fireflies coming out. You don't have to worry about them, just leave them alone and they'll leave you alone. But that's definitely a useful insect later on as well. So let's keep hugging this wall. You can see the mosquitoes flying over there by that split log. Just hug the wall and you should be relatively safe. If you do get too close, just go ahead and run them off, and eventually they'll stop chasing you. But you can see it right up here in front of us. Bust this guy open. Now that's going to give us 4 milk molars and 1 mega milk molar. So we're going to keep following this wall, and we're going to kind of hug it all the way over here to the edge. Now once we get over this side, you'll see the Frankenline. You want to stay up on these rocks right here. Avoid the mosquitoes. There's going to be some stink bugs and stuff over here. So just be very careful over here, and you should be alright to get by without any insects actually attacking you. So once we get over near the Frankenline, we'll show you one more location. Alright, so I wanted to stop real quick. You can see over here by the pond skimmer, there are 3 mosquitoes that'll sit over here. Again, if you hug the wall, you should be okay just to get by them without getting attacked. If they do attack, just keep running, and eventually they'll tail off and get bored. So we're going to go ahead and hug the wall through this dry grass, and once we get a little bit into the dry grass, we're going to head out to the left, and we'll get over to the rocks over there, and we should be relatively safe. So you'll see some stink bugs in here, and that's when you kind of want to start heading towards the rocks over here. The stink bugs won't chase you, like right there. So he's coming after us. He's probably going to jump, get us a little bit, but just get your stamina back up and then head towards the Frankenline, and you should be fine. So right around the edge of the Frankenline, there's going to be a little spot of water, and just our luck, there's actually a couple bombardier beetles over in this area too. So we can do 2 for 1 over here, so we can get that insect axe. So you'll see this little hole over here. Let me get my torch out over here. Up, and we dove too deep. But you're going to see right around the corner right here, we have another milk molar. So, got our hammer out. There's one more. Alright. Now once we make our way up here, we're going to continue along this wall over here towards a little hole where there's a wolf spider hiding. Now, it is nighttime, so he might be out already. And if we see him, we're just going to avoid him. But if not, there is another milk molar over here. So again, just follow the wall, jump up on this leaf. See if we can't get up here. Doesn't look like we can. It sounds like he's in there sleeping. Alright. So a little bit tricky here. We're going to go ahead and climb up here. Yeah, he's sleeping down in there. So on that leaf that we were just on, there's a little opening in the wall there. And you can hear some raw science up there. We can't get up here yet because we don't have any explosives. But we're going to drop down here and get this other milk molar. So now that brings our total of milk molars to 6 with 1 mega milk molar. And right now I really want to focus on just the regular milk molars. So come out a little bit, make sure this guy's still sleeping. We might be able to squeeze through over here, and we're going to go over to one more location over by the picnic table. Now we are venturing out a lot further than we have before, but when you're trying to get these milk molars, that's what you're going to have to do. So you can see the picnic table up here. Now we're going to head towards the bottom side of it. Now, it can be a little bit more dangerous at nighttime, but we're trying to squeeze this in to get as much milk molars as we can. So you'll hear some bees sleeping. Avoid everything as much as you can. There is a stink bug off to the right. So you hear them sleeping. We're just going to keep running until we're under the picnic table. You can kind of see our location now. We are under. We're going to head right over here to the west. And you'll see a jar laying under here. And that's going to have another milk molar for us. So I'm trying to cover most of the ones that you can get without having to blow up any walls or get into any kind of dangerous territory. You can see this jar open right here. We're going to jump down in here. And here we have another milk molar. So now that's going to put us at 7. Now that should be enough to get our mutations up to 3 and 4 max active. So right now I'm going to head back to Burgle. Actually, we're going to head over to these bombardier beetles. I'm going to kill them and then we'll head over to Burgle. That way we can pump ourselves up with milk molars and then go ahead and get our insect axe. Then I think we're going to wrap this one up. So I'll see you guys back at Burgle. So we have it right here. There's a stink bug fighting these 2 bombardier beetles. So super useful for us. We can just take some shots at this stink bug here. And he's dead. Alright. Remember how we fought these guys? A little tricky because they shoot their acid. Once they fire it off above them, then you kind of want to rush in. And they'll try to do their little attack. We got a stun off right there, so that's great. And we got our bombardier beetle parts. So always take advantage. So we've got a lot of stuff over here. Some more bombardier beetle parts, stink bug, more bombardier beetle parts. So when you see the insects fighting like that, definitely take advantage of it. Go in there and snipe them and let them just take each other out. Okay, now we're going to head over to Burgle. And then we're going to pump ourselves up with more milk molars. We're going to craft our insect axe and be done with this one. So now I will see you guys back at Burgle. Alright, so we're back at the oak tree. Since it is nighttime, the wolf spiders are out running around. So that's one of the big risks you have when you're doing this at nighttime. But it also means that one that's guarding that milk molar over there has a chance to be out too. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, avoid these wolf spiders at all costs right now because while we could theoretically try to take them on, it's going to be difficult. But we are going to go see if this guy is out of here. See if we can sneak in again. Sounds like he's down there. There's an orb weaver over here sleeping. But for now, the wolf spider is out walking around. So he's right over here on this side. Both of them are. So we're going to jump down real quick. See if we can't steal this thing real quick.
And turn away the inky depths of the night.
Got that. Now just jump out. Alright, so it doesn't look like we can jump out, so we're just going to have to make a run for it. So there is the wolf spider right there. Sounds like he's giving chase. So don't freak out. Just get to higher ground and you'll be fine. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about that one. We're safe back inside the lab, and now we can go talk to Burgle, turn in some milk molars, and get some upgrades. Again, nighttime can be really dangerous if you're unprepared, so you just got to be quick on your feet and don't panic when the situation gets bad. Alright, so we've got 8 total, so we're going to go ahead and go max active mutations. We're going to go ahead and hit that again, and then we're going to save that last one until we get 5 more. So we need 4 more total for our max active mutations, and then here we've got 2. We're going to go ahead and throw that into resource stack size as well. Alright, so now we've done a lot, so we're going to get back to our base, craft our insect axe, and then we are going to wrap this one up. So I'll see you guys back at the base, and that's going to be it for day 8. Alright, so home sweet home. We should be able to craft our insect axe now. And there we go. So now we can get rid of our pebblet axe, which did serve us well, but we don't need any more. And now we have our tier 2 insect axe. Now this is going to allow us to get crow feathers, and it's also going to allow us to chop down the husky weeds, which actually drop a lot more weeds than the regular dandelions and stuff that you find. So we'll go ahead and show you guys that real quick if this crow feather is still out here. So it is nighttime, still a little dangerous, but well, looked like it despawned, but alright, so it's going to be useful for crow feathers, but these are the husky weeds that I was talking about. So it's going to take a lot to chop these guys down because they are husky, but it's going to give you more resources. More weed stems over the dandelions. So you see all that dropping down right now. So, alright. That's all we got for this episode, guys. We had a lot going on. Sorry we jumped around a lot in this one, but day 8, day 7, and day 8 are complete. We got our insect axe. We got a bunch of milk molars. We got our base built. And we'll be ready to maybe go tackle one of these labs that we have the quests for in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you join the community. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And as always, stay original, my friends. Later.